quick little video here. I'm asking for some help from the community and from some of the landscaping companies. I'm at the Riceland Community Garden. This is Riceland Rice, you see back behind me. So we're just south of it across the railroad tracks. And the Craighead County Master Gardeners maintain this garden. We've had a bit of a revamp this year, and that's going to be going on until next year. And as part of that, we're really focusing on soil life, soil health, and getting lots of life and organic material and nutrient cycling in the soil. Plus building that soil sponge so that it holds water. I mean, I'm irrigating some new greens right now, but this is the first week I've irrigated really at all this garden because we've mulched so much and getting that organic material up. Now then, you're on our YouTube channel for this garden. It's not officially, affiliated with either Riceland or the Master Gardeners. It's just a channel that I created to be able to share what's going on. And you see the current garden and stuff. Now, most of this block, and it's over close to where the school buses are for the Jonesboro County, or Jonesboro school system is, this little rectangle here that's grown up a little bit, and another one over there, have previously been garden plots. And we scaled back this year to just the one to try to maintain it a whole lot better. It is fixing to be September, it's fixing to be fall. The leaves are actually starting to fall a little bit off of this black walnut here. Here's what I've got, the requests that I've gotten that I'm asking for help. Many people around the town, around the city, when leaves fall in their yards, for whatever reason, decide they don't want to keep them in the yards. They don't want to use them as mulch, as garden material, things like that. So they bag them up, or they have a landscape company come in and remove the leaves and dispose of them. And they go somewhere, the incinerator or whatever, and they get totally lost and wasted. I want them here, okay? So, especially if you're a landscape company or somebody that can do leaves in bulk, like those big billy goat vacuums into a truck or a trailer, it shreds them a little bit when you bring them in. You can dump them here, okay, in this grown-up area or that grown-up area. Both of these are like 200 by 220 feet. They're big plots. I will take all the leaves I can get. Let me repeat that, and I'm not exaggerating. I did this in Marion. I would get 20, 30 trailers a year between 3 different gardens. I'm used to working with them in bulk. So, I will take every load of shredded leaves that I can get. My only caveat is, I don't want primarily black walnut, and I don't want trash. If you're sucking up, aluminum cans, cups, trash, I don't want that. I don't want to have to deal with trying to get all of that out. But as long as it's clean, it's just leaves, and it's been at least shredded once, just dump them. I'll spread them out. I'll bring a lawnmower out. I'll run over them till they almost disappear. We'll put another load. When I have shredded them that much multiple times and it's bogging the mower down, that's how thick I'll get it. And if we run out of room in these 2 plots, we've got plenty of room. I mean, there's almost 3 acres here. And I'll expand these plots. And the reason I'm doing that is I'll scalp this. If people start bringing it, I'll scalp this area. We put the leaves on it. We'll make a nice thick blanket of shredded leaves that will start breaking down in the winter. And all the nutrients that it took to build those leaves will begin to get recycled. Because this soil's not the greatest in the world, it's not really, really healthy and live, come next spring, that blanket's still going to be there of mulch, and it's going to inhibit weed and grass growth. It's not going to completely stop it, but it will slow it down. Then what we'll do is we'll start probably squash indoors, and we'll come out and we'll just open a little hole and we'll transplant the squash in, not disturbing the main blanket. By the time the weeds and the grass really start coming through that, the squash will have been coming up, and it'll start doing the ground cover. We won't do hardly any, if any, weeding in these plots next year, and we should have a decent, nothing's ever guaranteed, but a decent squash crop. Then the next fall, we might do that again, but by then we've already built a layer of soil, okay? We've already built some layer, and then we can put in some permanent beds and start actively gardening, and hopefully with a little bit less of a weed problem. If we still have a lot of weeds, then we may just do this blanket of leaves and wood chips over the year and just keep burying those weed seeds deeper and deeper and putting a really good humus organic material blanket on top that we can grow in. If we have to do squash or perennials every year, that's fine. But it is about the last week of August. Leaves are starting to fall on a few trees I'm already seeing. So I'm putting this out there either for individuals, if you on your own want to bring leaves out. If you do, make sure and don't just leave the bags. If you bring them out here in bags, just dump the bags, take the bags with you. I'm not disposing of trash. If you're hiring a landscaping company, mention it to them, show them this video so they know where to dump it. If you run a landscaping company, a lawn mowing service, whether you're an individual or a bigger company, and you are in the southwest part of town or almost anywhere in town, and if it would be convenient for you to dump the leaves here, do it, okay? Again, as long as they've been shredded a little bit and they don't have trash in them. I don't want trash. Let's build this area into a bigger, more productive, more healthy, food-producing garden. That's what this garden is about. It's about producing food, edible things. I want it to be as pretty. I want it to be park-like, if at all possible. But I want it to be producing food as well, without chemicals, without poisons, as nutrient-dense, as healthy as possible. The kind of thing that somebody can come out and they can pick an asparagus or an okra or a tomato or whatever and say, oh, this is what it's supposed to taste like. Or, oh, there's different kinds of okra. They're not all green. Some of them are short and stubby. Some are red. Some are orange. Some are multicolored. So a little bit of new stuff, a lot of old stuff, but all of it healthy. Okay? You can leave messages here on this channel. It's probably one of the best ways of getting hold of me. Just leave a message, a comment or something here. But really the best way is just leave a comment in here or leave a message through this channel, and let's see if we can't grow this to... I'm not trying to feed the city with this. I want it to be a demonstration of what can be done and how it can be done and how well it can be done, but a lot of community involvement. I want to get a lot more community involvement.